Hello guys, welcome to our next video about Python internals. We're exploring today the Boolean type or the bool object and how it's implemented in the CPython. As you figure out, the bool object is implemented in the bool object.c file, and it's located in the objects the folder. It's quite straightforward, and it has actually a neat documentation, the inline documentation in the source code. So Boolean type is a subtype of int. Great, then it's clearly stated. Then there is another comment that we define bool wrapper to return false or true as a string. So whenever you see the wrapper thing, it indicates that you can call it under wrapper and to see how it's actually printed. So let's do, for example, let's see that k equal to false, and you can call this wrapper and it will return the false string as a string. It's the same thing like pretty k. That means that we can change the false, it should change when you print this the Boolean object. So let's just make it nope and the true, the yes. So let's check. Recompiling, and let's now do clearing the screen. Okay, k false, k wrapper. Yeah, it works. And even print k and m true, print m, and m wrapper call is yes. Great, amazing. So we do some small changes here, and as we see that's affected. Let's just revert back our change because I don't want to mess up things, and recompile. Great. Let's just go to the next line. So function to return a bool from C long. So pybool from long is actually returning a bool from a C long type. As the Boolean type is a subtype of the int, then the int is created from the C long type. Then it's quite actually understandable how it's implemented here. Then we see the bool new function, and as we can see that something new, it means that we are creating some new object from it. So we define bool new to always return either pytrue or pyfalse. What's pytrue and pyfalse? So it's defined like, let's see, yeah, pytrue and pyfalse, just returning the pyfalse struct, and pytrue returning the pytrue struct, which we'll explore below. But for now, let's just create a new bool object by using this bool new thing. And we can do it like so there is a bool call. So if you just type k bool, this is nothing here, you just assign the type. But if you call the type call, then it's false. So why it's not true but by default but false, but it's indicated in help. So bool returns true when the argument x is true, false otherwise. The built-in true and false are the only two instances of the class bool. The class bool is a subclass of the class int and cannot be subclassed. That's the interesting thing. So as if you recall that the num type also cannot be subclassed, this is another type that cannot be subclassed. But I assume that we can actually, not should, but we can actually change to return this true, because as human being we think at the very beginnings that we are always true. Somehow we can change it, and just maybe changing this line can return true for us. Let's see. By default, return true by default, and I'm recompiling, making some object from this bool, and voila, right. So this is actual code if we want by default to create a true but not false. And let's just change it back, save, recompile. Another option that we can change here is that arithmetic operations redefined to return bool if both arguments are bool. So bool and is like if you know the true and true should return true, false and false should return false, and false and true should return false also. So you should definitely know this. We can change this behavior maybe to return, making a bool and to act like bool or. So the only change we need here is that we need to do this NB or, and not and here, but or. Let's just recompile it to see if it works. And so we have false and we have true object, and we are doing like k and with n. So yeah, our and comparison actually it works like or. Yeah, we can do vice versa, so make or acting like and. So what we can do here, like change this to this, recompile. Again, same thing, true, false, true, and okay, false, and let's do like or with k. So true or false returns false. Yes, that's it. So we did like and. So true and. Actually, the new version of the or is like and, because we have changed all the source code here. Amazing stuff. So let's just revert back our change. I don't want to mess up things here for now, and make what we have here for the Boolean implementation. So is a documentation string which we have already read from the help. Arithmetic methods only, arithmetic methods for the Boolean type. So we have only NB and, NB XOR, and NB OR, and nothing more. So PyBool types, a type object for bool, notes that this cannot be subclassed again. So the representation is the bool wrapper, TP wrapper is bool wrapper, the supported number types as bool as number, documentation here, and the base class of the bool type is a Pylong type, which is also the integer. TP new for creating new object is bool new. We have already did the trick. So the objects represent bool values false and true. So the actual bool values false and true are represented here. They have defined the py false struct and py true struct, which is just created as macros and named as pyfalse and pytrue. So the Boolean type implementation is actually quite simple as non-type. Also, I like this, the inline documentation. It's quite neat and understandable. You can just pick up and change what you want and recompile and test it. So for bool type, I think it's enough, and it's worth again to mention that you cannot subclass from this type also, and this feature is similar to the non-type as well. That's it for now, and see you in the next video.